Hello. Hey everyone. Hey
Hello,
Cher.
hello.
Hi Pauline. Oh, hi Paulina. Hi Anna.
So,
It's nice to see people who are familiar and we're also waking up in the other part of the world. That's nice. Hi everyone. Hi Anna. It's so great to see all of you guys. I can see a lot of bright faces. So I hope you all got enough sleep and you've been, or for some of you who have been following us from session to session, I hope you got a lot of learnings from the sessions that's been happening all throughout the day now. I think we're at hour 15, 16 by my last count. So it's been a long ride for us here at Butter HQ. I'm very, very, very happy with how people are showing up for Scene and Scenes. This is our launch for the new product that we have called Scenes, and we're launching on Product Hunt. So do please give us some support and show some love there. I'll be dropping the links in chat later for that session. But today it's really all about Omar and the topic that he's about to share with us, which is how do we use OKRs? Every one of us has already heard of OKRs, very likely. We've used it in our own companies, but for this session, it's going to be a bit of a twist. Like, how do we actually use OKRs for our own personal growth? So Omar is the founder of Orchestra, and he has loads of experience when it comes to leading teams through this particular exercise and even more so. So I'll let him do the introductions for himself as well. But for today, what we encourage you to do, just going to be muting
Okay.
everyone. That was just, let's see if you guys were still alert and awake. But essentially, for today, what we really encourage, it's going to be a highly interactive session. So we'd love if you can participate. So there are three options for you to participate right now. I will drop them in chat. So please, for this session, for these links at least, give me a moment. Um, please share either download the PDF link there for you to participate, or grab a pen and paper, and as a last resort, um, just jot in the Google Docs link that we have there. And it would be lovely, as Omar just mentioned, we would really like to see you on camera if you feel comfortable. We love seeing faces here and we love seeing who we're talking to. But we would also completely understand if you're not comfortable to do that. So we would encourage it though. But in any case, passing it on to Omar, really.
Awesome.
And
Thanks, Jessica. And big round of applause to you because you've been up since really early in the morning in Scandinavia. Where is it again? Is it
Copenhagen.
in
Yes.
Copenhagen? Yeah. So great job. I think it's about like 2 o'clock in the morning over there. So good job at keeping up with this whole thing. Welcome to this workshop. We have a lot to cover. And the intention of this workshop is to help you come up with some great OKRs for the next 3 to 6 months. And the way to do that is you would have gotten an email to download a fillable PDF. So as you can see on the screen here, um, Cheska already put in where we are meeting. So um, you will see my screen. So I'm sharing my screen right now, and I'm sharing it more than anything for the recording. But what you can do is you can actually move there's a little slider there on the side, and you can change the view to like speaker mode or like speaker in gallery or speaker in all or something like this. But just go ahead and move that little slider, that bar, all the way to the side so that you can see the faces here instead of that, because that'll get distracting. So you'll see the faces here, but then we're actually going to be interacting at that. Yeah, thank you, Cheska. There's the screenshot. You can move that over to that bar to the side of what I'm sharing right now on the screen. Go ahead and just move it to the side so you have the faces here, and then we can be interacting in the Butter Scenes environment. Okay, so there at the Butter Scenes environment, click on that fillable PDF, download it real quick, and then it should be fillable. So if it's not fillable, um, you can either annotate that PDF with with a sticky or something, whatever tool you use, depending on your machine and whatever apps you have. If that doesn't work for you, just grab a pen and paper and you'll just write the headline of the thing that you're going to write, the subject, right? So we're going to write mission and then you're going to write your mission at the bottom. And so there'll be all the prompts and stuff for you to go through. Just grab good old pen and paper. And if you don't have pen and paper nearby, for whatever reason, go to that Google Doc that's right there, click on that, and you can use that. But the problem with that is that you're going to be switching back and forth a lot, and there's not much instruction there. So fillable PDF preferred, good old pen and paper. Next best thing, Google Doc will also suffice. Okay. I won't be keeping too much of an eye on the chat either, so I'll be relying on Cheska for that. So if you have any questions or anything, prefer you raise your hand. You can do that either in the Butter Scenes environment. You can also use numbers or click on that little emoji, and then you can come up with a bunch of little things. So if you like something, dislike something, don't know something, want to ask something, you can go ahead and raise your hand there too, and we'll get through it. Sound good? So we're going to get right into it. So this is Orchestra. Orchestra is something that I've put together because I fundamentally believe great things are built in harmony, including ourselves. And so when we are in harmony with with our values, with what the impact that we want to make in the world, we build great things, and we can do this individually as teams or within organizations. Orchestra does instrumental impact. These are the types of things that we try to tackle with organizations: decision-making, teamwork, goals, communication, all these lovely things. Enough self-promotion. Today, we're talking about you, and we're talking about developing a personal set of OKRs. So that's today's workshop. You'll be working alone, so we won't be doing too much stuff here on the screen. This is for you. It's about you. And you're also not going to be putting much up on the screen because it's very personal. And the idea is to have to be able to do this, for me to do this twice a year for the public. So people have a space to come in and work on some goals. Um, sorry, okay, that person was let in to work on some goals. But if for today's occasion of Butterscene's launch, I figured I would do it again. Since I just did it a couple of weeks ago, I would do it again, this personal OKR workshop for the Butter community. Cool. So, okay, what OKRs? So what? Who? So quick question: who here has either experience with OKRs? So if you have experience with OKRs and have used OKRs, I'm pretty sure you know which one to go for. That dog catching that frisbee. Yeah. If you've read about OKRs, you maybe have heard about OKRs. You've read some articles, something like this. Just hover over the dog with the dog, the studious dog, and you can vote there. And if you think OKRs could stand for Oreos, Knuckles, and Rumors, something that I'm thinking of actually, trademarking myself, uh, you can go ahead and vote for the pug. So where are you at? Just so that I know kind of where to lead this conversation going forward. So again, you just hover over here and click wherever you have experience with. Okay. Okay. Well, we've got a pretty, split group here. Seems like nobody is looking like a confused pug. So I think we'll be able to lead us through this pretty smoothly. All right. So really quick housekeeping. If you can, please keep your camera on because we will be going into breakout rooms. Da-da-da-da. We will be jumping into breakout rooms together. So we do need your participation here. So camera on if you can. If you don't, not right now, that's fine. You don't have to do it now. But when we go into breakout rooms, your cameras on would be amazing. Also, please no distractions. If you've got apps open, if you got your phone on, maybe put it on do not disturb just for this hour. This hour is for you again. So your participation is required both individually and as people. And this is a live workshop. So we might get into some bumps, but we will be on our way. We're also testing Butter's new product. So if there's some glitches, if there's anything that happens, it's totally normal, but we will get to the finish line. All right. All right. Also, mindful with your mute, with your mic, please. Be very helpful. All right. So, quick little thing here. I asked AI, "Hey AI, what do you think OKRs are?" So I gave it a prompt, and here on the left, it gave me some crazy thing, right? I said, "How would you explain this in a visual way to a human?" And I asked it to chill out in the second prompt, and gave it a little bit more direction, you might say, for a human to understand. So if you look at this right image, you can see that there is like, three, four, maybe five kind of big pillars of something. And those things kind of feed into it. And there's information that's flowing back and forth. And there's kind of this like mission or light that's at the very front. So I thought this was actually not a bad representation of what OKRs could be visually. So it's something to keep in mind when we think of OKRs, right? It's a system that creates ownership, empowerment, and it creates information and data kind of flowing across the system. So just a fun little thing there. I really want to touch on what OKRs are not. Okay, they are not just another way to report activities to superiors, colleagues, and partners. They are not a way to track performance. So if they are ever part of your performance reviews, run. They are not an easy. It's not easy to implement without a solid long-term goal or strategy. Okay, and they're not the hottest new way to micromanage. This is not the intention of OKRs. OKRs are meant to democratize decision making. They're meant to create ownership and empowerment and transparency and for individuals to exert leadership within an organization. But this is a paradigm shift. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen overnight. What OKRs are is they are a method to achieve ambitious goals across the organization, a way to be focused, aligned, accountable, and motivated. It's a system to track progress and adjust where needed. And it's powerful if paired with a long-term mission or goal. OKRs usually fail within organizations if this is a constant, if this is a constant moving post, or there's no real strategy or mission behind anything. Okay, so we're going to get into the first part of this activity. And the question that I have for you is, what's the area in life? So you know why you're here. Let's eat this damn frog with a side of butter. You know why you're here. Let's just get it out there. Okay? Really, you know what is important in your life. What's the area in your life that you would really like to make an impact? Okay, so we want to think categorical. So big areas, themes, overarching, umbrella level stuff, big bucket size, huge things, right? So in my case, I have health and wellness. I really want to make an impact in my health and wellness. Um, and so this is completely anonymous. So your name is not tagged to this. Just hop into Butter there. You should have a little sticky that comes up, and let's see what you got. And we've got how many? We've got 15 people. So we should see 15 stickies up here. Finance, happiness, clarity. Remember, we're thinking like big, high level things, right? Health, financial. We want to think about creativity, right? What are these big areas in life? Relationships, right? What are these big areas in life that we could be improving? Not specific. So we're not talking about 6 months right now. We're not talking about 3 months. We're not even talking about a year. We're talking about the big thing that you're always making efforts towards, right? Why are we working? Because we're always trying to make money, right? Why are we constantly networking and things like this? Because we're trying to build relationships. Right. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, let's see. Got about 15. Great. Beautiful. So now on the bottom, The second question is think of one metric that will always inform you about progress or status in this specific area. So in my case, health and wellness, I know I can always track body mass index. Body mass index is a metric that I can always look at. I can report to my doctor, right? I can put it in a journal. I can see progression. I can see movement with this metric, that it's gone down, that it's gone up. So body mass index is something that I can always throughout the rest of my life, it's a number that I can look at. Thanks, Jessica, for those tips in the chat. So remember, this is one metric that you can think of. Usually you might want to think of 2 or 3 metrics. So if I have a financial goal, maybe I'd say like money in the bank. Maybe I'd say assets owned. Maybe I'd say year over year, salary or something. Those would be like my 3 dynamics to that specific large thing. So for example, exercise 4 times a week, I would probably change that to something like weekly or exercise cadence or something like this. It's not the 4 yet. It's just the metric that we're trying to look at. So it's like, amount of exercise per week, measured in minutes or something. Monthly revenue, this is good. Changing to a healthier diet. So here you might want to say something, a metric might be, something related to nutrition, right? You could say carbs consumed or something, because this could go up or it could go down. Sugar consumed goes up or down. Life satisfaction index, that's an interesting one because that is qualitative in nature. So you'd have to record that. All right. It's a bit difficult, and that's fair enough. It takes some time to think about this, even in organizations. It takes time to understand how you're going to calculate a specific metric. And often you have a very original metric when it's up at the KPI level, not just revenue. All right. We're going to pause the music here. So that's in your brain. You wrote it down. You know what is yours. Okay. All right. So you will all see this mirror board here. And if you downloaded the worksheet, you'll see something similar to this. I adjusted it a little bit. Yeah, Cheska, I turned off the music for now. So you'll see something like this, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to grab this. If you move around, if you happen to move around somewhere, what you can do is there's a little blue at the center at the bottom. There's a little blue kind of little button that shows up. It says follow Omar or go back to Omar or something like this. So if you kind of move away somewhere, you can go ahead and follow me if you get lost or something. So we are here. We're going to write our own mission in life, okay? And I'm going to say that I have this mission in life, and I want you to think about yours. You can even copy mine. You can have it similar. In reality, I think we all can have very similar missions in life. Mine, for example, is a little bit slow here.
Let me know if you there.
There we go.
Now we can
So
see
here's
it.
mine. Live a happy and fulfilling life through love, wellness, and security. Okay? So I want you to think in these terms. High level. The highest level, right? You're at the kingdom of God, and he asks you, have you or did you? Yada, yada, yada. whatever the sticky says. Now, I know that this is not what's going to stick. I hope that you can just kind of come up with something and then later on fix it or work on it. In fact, you'll probably work on it for, I hope I'm planting a seed at least where you can work on this for the rest of your life. But mine, for example, is live a happy and fulfilling life. So I'd like you guys to take just a few moments, 20, 30 seconds to just think about, you can start writing as well. Think about your own mission in life. And meanwhile, I will try to um, can you hear this music, Jessica?
Now we can. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So really quick, whatever you're thinking right now, it's probably bigger than that. It's not related to your passion. It's not related to your work. It's related to your life. What do you want in life? What would be your legacy? What would you be happy with when the day comes, right? All right, so I want you that on the other side of this worksheet, and you can also write if you're using pen and paper, some key aspects. I'd like you to think about key aspects. So remember that thing that we talked about up there? What's the big impact that we want to make in life? Go ahead and just write down what you wrote at the beginning. So I had health and wellness. What did you write? So you write on your worksheet or on your piece of paper or on your Google Doc, go ahead and write what you put. And you might as well just write the metric that's on the side too. So mine was body mass index. Try to think of try to think of one or two more of these high level key aspects. In other words, strategic pillars. You can kind of reverse engineer your big mission in life. So see, look, live a happy and fulfilling life through love, wellness, and security. Security, I got financial freedom. Love, I have community and relationships. Health and wellness is kind of love, wellness, and security. I have another one here that's, oh, this is really slow, self-inquiry. And I have a couple of metrics. So go ahead and think of a couple of metrics. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to think about these. And we've got 2 minutes. Again, write your mission. Your passion could be kind of part of it a little bit. Family, finances, wealth, experiences. It's a big question. And I'm totally aware of that. It's a big question. See if you can jot something down. And then think about 2 or 3 of those key aspects that would need to be true in order for that mission to be accomplished. And then see if you can think of a metric. You've already got one for the big thing you want to make an impact in. See if you can think of another metric or 2 for the other key aspects. And if you can think of aspect 4, key aspect 5, that's great. These are tough questions. I won't deny that. Everybody can still hear the music, right? Oh, Cheska, you can't for some reason, but Anna seems she
I
can.
can. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so our time is up here. What we're going to do now is we're going to go into breakout rooms for about 4 minutes, and we are going to have about 2 to 3 participants per room, and you're just going to share. So again, if you can't put your camera on for those 4 minutes, that'd be great. You're going to share your mission, and you're going to share some of those key aspects. Okay, just to get it out there, get a little bit of accountability, and maybe have a little bit of back and forth from people. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? Or how could you expand on it or something like this? Okay, so I'll see everybody back in about 4 minutes. You should be able to join the rooms now. Now you should be able to join the rooms.
Now it's there.
Yay. Oh, it looks like we've got a few participants in here. Or is
Should
everybody in
I?
rooms now?
I think everybody's in rooms, but
Okay,
Anna
maybe
seems to
just,
be alone, so I will move Keta to room 2.
yeah,
Oh,
or to
no,
room,
they opted to not join by Chris. Let me just move Anna, or maybe she has also moved.
not joined, not
Okay, room
joined.
4. Okay, I think Anna and
Oh, I
Keta
see.
are good. Yes.
Cool. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. I like it when everybody comes back from breakout rooms and you can see everybody's faces, but everybody's pretty quick at showing them off. But cool. Welcome, Tanisha, who just joined. You can join us in that link that was just dropped in by Cheska. And then there is a PDF that you can download to join us in the workshop. Great. So we're going to move on to the second part of this worksheet of creating your own OKRs. So again, like I said, OKRs are most powerful when you have a mission and a strategy. And the strategy can change, of course, but your mission really kind of has a stake in your life. Yes. So that shouldn't change too much, but your strategy is a guess. It's all a guess. So it's okay if it changes, but it shouldn't change too much. Here, I'm going to click present here just to have everybody follow moi. So you can go ahead and click on that just to see what I'm seeing. Again, if you do lose me at all, oh, I already turned the presentation, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we have in your worksheet a section where you can put the biggest opportunity to make an impact. Right? We've already written this down, so you can go ahead and just fill that out really quick, and then what's that long-term kind of metric that you have your eye on? And what we're going to do now is we're going to define an objective in that area. Okay, so we're getting into the meat here. We're going to define an objective in this area. So I've got an objective for the next 3 to 6 months in the area of health and wellness in my life. In order to reach this, let's shut off the music for now. In order to reach this, in this area of life, I've got an objective to improve my health and wellness, right? And I've got an objective here that says achieve a measurable increase in stamina and well-being by running at least 4 times a week for 45 minutes and have 0 running related injuries. So this is a very well-defined, not to pat myself on the back or anything, but a well-defined objective that gives me a lot to work with. Okay, there's a lot here that I can reverse engineer to think of ways to track how I know that I'm going to reach that objective. Okay, so I'd like you to think of an objective yourself for, we'll say about a minute or two. We'll say 2 minutes. And just write down on your worksheet an objective that you would like to reach in this area in impact in your life that you would like to make an impact in. So you'll see, I think, Amito, you just joined a little bit late. There's a PDF worksheet, a fillable PDF worksheet that you can use to join us. Yeah, Cheska just dropped it in there again. So what's this area of your life? There were a lot of things there: financial, there was health, there was communication, I think I saw. There were a lot of things there that people wrote, these areas in life. Well, what is it that you want to make an impact in? What is the outcome? What is an objective that you would like to make? What's an objective that you would like to reach? It should be an outcome, a change in behavior. It should be felt in your life. And again, if you can put in something to work with in terms of how you're going to know how you're going to track that, instead of just like, work out more. What does it mean? What does this objective mean? Can you maybe give it a little bit more color? Okay. The next exercise, just next to your worksheet, just next to that objective, is to, in simple language, what would need to be true or change for this objective to be realized. It's what's under your control that will truly influence the outcome. So here, for example, I have make time to run per day, per week. I have exercise regularly to avoid injuries. Maybe I'll say stretching, eat well, sleep well, be motivated, feel well. Right, so I'm putting together what needs to actually happen, what needs to be true in order to achieve this objective. Plain English, or your own language, wherever you are, or whatever you prefer. And so we'll say, give another minute for this. So plain English here, what needs to be true or change in your daily behaviors for this objective to be realized.
And then, of course, Mum and Dad got into drink from there, and they sort of went downhill. He had two brothers, but one died when he was 2, and he had brother called Charlie.
Okay. Okay, now this one's a bit more of a monster. What you want to do is you want to think about all the things that you could track related to that objective in that simple plain English definition of what needs to be true. In other words, I have running distance. I could measure running distance with my objective. I could measure, again, body mass index. I can measure amount of water consumed. I can measure my mood, tracking of injury reports, compliance rates. I can measure all the things. I can measure a lot of things. Much more than here, actually. I can measure how many running shoes I buy. There's a lot of things that I could measure, but some are more important than others. So I want you to write down as many metrics as you can, as many things that you could track. And then what would be really helpful is if you just circle what are the top 3 or 6 that would impact this objective the most? And that's a great thing to focus on then, Corey. Yeah, it's a great thing to keep in mind. So this is why I've highlighted these ones over here. Mood, VO2 max. VO2 max is how much oxygen your body is able to use and retain during activity. Compliance rate. What is compliance rate? Compliance. So it's 4 times a week, right? Running at least 4 times a week. This is the compliance rate in this case. Tracking my nutrition. Sleeping hours per night. Why sleeping hours per night? If I don't run 4 times a week, or if I don't make time to run 45 minutes or 4 times a week, if I don't get the baby to the nursery at the right time, if I don't sleep enough, I'm not going to go on that run. Right? So sleeping hours per night. Let's give 1 more minute for this, because this is a big one to wrap our heads around. Metrics are outputs instead of inputs. They could be inputs. Nutrition tracking, I mean, these are meant to be metrics that you do have control over. So you could, it depends on how you look at this, but we'll look at right now at the OKRs, how these are meant to be measurable in nature. All right, so we've done that. Now the next part, the last part of the this is going to have a lot of instructions and stuff. This is actually straight from the worksheet, so kind of ignore this stuff right now. The point here is to look at these metrics that are the most important, connect them to this simple language definition of what needs to be true, and also look at your objective and see how you can reverse engineer these things to create your OKR. So in this case, I have increased running days from 2 to 4 days per week. I'm running 2 days a week right now. And so I need to increase this naturally to 4 days, right? So this is compliance. This is a compliance rate thing here, right? Increase average sleep time from 6.5 hours to 8 hours. If I don't get enough sleep, I'm not going to feel energized. I'm not going to go for that run. Journal injury and general mood at 8 p.m. on running days. Maintain consistency with nutritional plan, pre and post runs and workouts. Increase current VO2 max by 10%. There's a lot of ways I can do this. I can do this through exercise. I can do this through, cardio, these types of things. And then, well, I don't have up there, in my metrics, this one, but it says decrease average days of alcohol from 3 days to 1 day per week. So I'm trying to improve an area in my life that's around health and wellness. I didn't talk about alcohol, but hey, I need to decrease my alcohol consumption, right? From 3 days to 1 day a week. So I'm putting this here. So now it's your turn. You're going to have a few minutes to come up with 2 to 3. If you can come up with 4, that's great. The sweet spot is between 3 and 5. So see if you can come up with 3 to 5 key results. that will be the things that you're going to measure, the things that you can keep an eye on to reach this objective. And that it might help you to try a different little strategy for the runs, right? Try a different strategy for saving, try a different strategy for networking, the way that you network. All right, so we're going to give about 4 minutes for everybody to work on this. Turn up the music a little bit. Beneath these key results are activities that you do. They are initiatives. They're the projects you launch. They're the different things you're going to do beneath each one of these key results. The key result just tells you if you're increasing or decreasing on the thing that you said that you needed to do. Got about 2 minutes left. Make sure you have at least 2 to 3 well thought out key results, at least 2 to 3. You don't need to fill this out with 5, 6. Think about those 2. Think about those 3. Those 2 to 3 key results. We're going to go into breakout rooms in a bit where you'll share this objective. And these key results. You'll each have time to ask questions and do some yes and or do some ors. But really think about those 2 to 3 key results. You can take this, the idea of this is you can take it and work on it later. About a minute left. Okay, we've got 6 minutes, oh, sorry, 6 minutes. We've got, well, time is up, and we've got a few minutes left. Let's turn down this music. We've got a few minutes left. What we're going to do is we're going to jump into breakout rooms again, where you're going to share this for about 3 minutes. You'll see the rooms open up now. You can go ahead and join them, share your objective, your key results. I'll see everybody back in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for participating in that breakout. I hope it was helpful to you. And again, this is for you to take home and work on it some more and think about it. I'll be doing another one of these where you will be working on, where you will have the chance to work on this about 5 to 6 months from now. I only do this in a public setting twice a year to help people.
I think
You're muted.
there. You're good now.
Am I good now? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Was I muted the whole time?
No,
Okay.
just for a bit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, oh, that was the breakout room kind of slide. Well, thank you for participating again. So this is, Orchestra is a facilitative consulting agency that works on better goal settings, process improvement, product operations, stakeholder alignment. Remember, OKRs don't fix all your problems. If you just do the OKRs, it doesn't mean that you're actually going to do anything, right? In teams, there could be bad psychological safety, there could be changing strategies, poor cross-functional communication. I work on all these things through thoughtfully designed conversations and workshops within teams. So if you suffer through that in your teams or in your companies, please reach out. Go to heyorchestra.com, send a message. You can also sign up for the next personal OKR setting workshop 5 to 6 months from now. So thanks so much. Thanks for joining. And you can reach me on LinkedIn as well, Omar M. Corona, and you can find me there. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. And please connect with Omar on LinkedIn. Thank you everyone for the time. And if you want to check out the next session with Amito, she is gonna be tackling engaging APAC learners with flair. So it's gonna be on the same link. If you want to drop by, please feel free to join in there. And please go support us on Product Hunt as well. And that's it. See you everyone. Bye. Bye. Thank you.